Yeah, it's a great question, right? And it plays out in a lot of interesting ways, right? You've got to step back and ask yourself the question, what type of candidate do I want to hire, right? Like what attributes am I looking to engage with? And at the end of the day, there is one line of argument that goes that would you rather have a candidate, an employee, who would find the correct solution, regardless of how it happens, as long as it wasn't illegal or unethical, right?
Mhm.
You want creative and resourceful people. Well, could you view that as that, right? And ultimately, as a leader, you'll have to determine for yourself whether that's the type of culture you want to create and engage. But I would argue that, it's probably not as bad as your knee-jerk reaction might be, right? Obviously, there's extremes, right? You don't want someone who's completely using it as a crutch.
Mhm.
But at the same time, would you hire employees that didn't know how to Google things, right? Didn't know, how to find books and reference materials and to, go ask a colleague, right? Hey, I want you to set in a vacuum and only do this by yourself with the knowledge in your head. No, you would give them resources, right? You would connect them with their colleagues to ask questions. You would get them access to the internet, get them whatever material they needed to do their job. Well, in some ways, these tools are that material. Now, at the same time, you wouldn't hire an employee who always needed to be on the phone with someone else across the continent to do every step of their job,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
And that's a balancing act. You got to figure out, well, when is it too far, right? And I think as an occasional thing to supplement your knowledge, that is fine. The things I prioritize when I'm looking for candidates is, do they know the process, right? Not that they've memorized every step along the way, but they know to go from, Tulsa to California, you're generally heading west. You're going to go through these states. You're generally taking these interstates, etc. Now, I wouldn't necessarily ding them if they couldn't tell me every exit, right? It's like, okay, at mile marker this, you're going this way. And no, that's a pedantic level of knowledge, right?
Mhm.
So I think it's very similar to that.